Welcome. We have an amazing Colorado day, again, just like we did for the groundbreaking. Great weather, great friends. Thank you all for coming. This ribbon cutting and this building dedication is a big, big milestone, exciting milestone in a long string of successes for Barber-Nichols. And I'm so, so happy that you've come to help celebrate with us. Thank you. So it all started in 1966. Ken Nichols, Bob Barber started the company. They gave us some great bones that we were able to feed, nurture, and grow into an amazing little company called Barber-Nichols. We've been successful because of our employees, our customers, our suppliers, many of which are here. And then we've also had lots of success from our elected officials, a couple of which are here. These guys actually came to the groundbreaking also, so it's exciting to kind of have them here and see them, the fruition of what our dream was about a year ago. This dream started about 6 years ago. We were continuing to grow. We had lots of successes. We were filling up our buildings. We kind of had 3 buildings full of manufacturing equipment, and we said, we got to do something different. So we ended up acquiring the land about 3 years ago. We worked through the land development and then eventually built the building. Several players involved in that. Obviously, everybody on our team. But then the Ware Malcolm team, the Brinkman team, and the city of Arvada. We're great team members in this whole process. Barber-Nichols has been committed to manufacturing since day one. The founders were committed to it, we're committed to it, as evidenced by this building. Our country needs manufacturers like this. Manufacturing makes our country strong, and we've got to do everything that we can to continue to promote manufacturing and make our country strong in the long term. A guy that is also very, very supportive of manufacturing is Matt Malone. He's my successor at Barber-Nichols. And I couldn't imagine handing this off to somebody better than Matt. Matt.
Like Dan echoed, you all know me. I'm a little bit less formal, but my reality here is I'm here for you all. You're the one that makes our vision come true, and the truth is we've been investing in the manufacturing side of the business for quite some time, and we're starting to see it pay off. So I just wanted to say a few words. Thank you to all the local community leaders, the building designers and contractors who I know are here, our critical suppliers, some of which the 48 team from Spectrum, thanks for bringing your whole team up. You're a vital piece of our organization. Our customers and our world-class employees for joining us today. Our new state-of-the-art manufacturing facility has successfully transformed this dream into a reality. I can remember having conversations during the early Virgin Orbit days with Kevin and some of the other guys about, man, we're kind of making these really critical parts over here in this old manufacturing facility. And over the last few weeks, we've had a number of our critical customers here just in complete awe with what this facility's become. So it finally represents the high quality of work that we're doing. While we've had to delay the celebration, it's allowed us to live in the new factory, both from the office space to the manufacturing space, and really come to understand that it is going to do what we need it to do. The team that went and designed it and manufactured this facility were able to execute exactly the way we'd intended. So it's working out quite well. The one thing that we've put a lot of effort into this year is kind of really focusing in on our purpose. And I just want to continue to state it because it's what this facility allows us to do. But accelerating the delivery of innovative turbo machines through collaborative customer relationships merged with integrative engineering and manufacturing to explore the universe, enable sustainable energy, and protect freedom. And it's really neat because as you walk through the facility, you can see just on the mural the type of products that we're making. And those things that are on the mural, those are actually applications that our systems are going into. And even just this morning, out the backside of the factory is a Virgin Orbit rocket engine turbopump that was manufactured, some of which in this new facility. I wanted to give a special thanks to some of the teams that contributed to making this facility real. And like me, I always have to go a little bit deeper than just a general thanks, so I'll give my specifics as to why I'm thankful. Where Malcolm, I really appreciate the purpose-centric design that incorporates all the functional requirements that we defined at the project onset. This space was designed for what we're trying to do in the space. We didn't move into a space and try to make it what we needed it to be. It was designed around what we're trying to accomplish at Barber-Nichols, and you brought that to reality. It's a perfect reflection of the hard work you poured into the design and the planning effort, so thank you. Brinkman, appreciate you coming. With that, you know, it was a hand-in-hand relationship through the entire process, but honestly, it was flawless execution. And I know Dan and I, when we started talking, and a lot of other people, Matt led the way, right on schedule, right on budget, right on quality, and it's paying off. It's exactly the investment that we wanted to make. The robust upfront planning is the reason we selected you. You had a design process that really brought some of the early vet out phase, like we call our conceptual design review, into your build process, which none of the others offered. And so we're grateful that we selected you for that reason, and it was really a hand-in-hand partnership. The last thing, and this is pretty unique to be able to say, but to all of our employees, the novel layout and the process flow ideas came from you. We didn't make them up. Matt obviously has to, go execute with Mike and the leadership team, but the ideas came from the people that are working on the equipment every day. The layout of the machines, the placement of the machines, the spacing of the machines, everything came from the collection of all the employees' inputs. The new facility has had many advanced manufacturing specific features, and I just wanted to mention a few because they're really important to me. And I live this. I try to live it every day. It's hard now that sometimes I get locked in the office and I have to execute in that location as well. But the first thing, it really does link the office and manufacturing space. You can feel the collaboration that's occurring. You see the engineers, you see the quality team on the shop floor, and that's a huge deal as we move forward. The engineering team is designing extremely complex, low-volume manufacturing equipment, and the rotating machines rather. And the reality is to have a hand-in-hand partnership with the manufacturing team is essential. So really appreciate the open kind of concept with the conference room being open to involve everyone. The next one, we ended up co-locating critical equipment to improve utilization and delivery velocity, and what we're seeing is those metrics are increasing at a rate that wasn't expectable. If you look at utilization, I'll just give an example because sometimes numbers help. Our utilization over the last 2.5 years has essentially doubled. And that comes through process planning, offline programming, a lot of the decisions that are hard to make, but the investments are there, and now the facility allows them to become real. And then the last one, integrating the new advanced manufacturing equipment to really further our niche capabilities. We haven't made all the investments we intend to, I can tell you that, but we've recently installed the new CNC precision grinder, which is obviously paying huge dividends. I see the team over there giving a high five because actually it's having huge implications. We've taken one shaft final grinding from roughly a day down to 3 hours. Mike's wiping his nose because he feels pretty proud of that, and he should. The production electrochemical machining center, it's a way of the future for us. We don't have many competitors in that space, and we need to continue to differentiate ourselves. We roughly put $1 million of investment into that facility in the back area, and we're just getting off the ground, but folks like Mike Ryan and others will help us propel that forward. And then lastly, I don't want to leave out the fact that the quality area, we've made a lot of investments. The CMM that's in the Mark 48 manufacturing cell, new metrology equipment in the back. I can remember standing in the old manufacturing timber line and asking, what do you need? And you said a few pieces of equipment. And we've been trying our best to listen and implement those. Step one was ensuring our great employees have the proper environment, tools, and space to perform the precision machining required for these great products. Our next phase, and this is one that I'm personally aspiring to ensure, is that we focus on implementing a skills-based training program for our employees that are currently here and for our future employees to further escalate our knowledge within the business. And I think you'll be seeing a lot of that over the next few months. Rachel's been leading an initiative where we're trying to get apprenticeship programs through all the departments in our business. Over the next 2 years, we'll continue remodeling and expanding our assembly and test facilities to bring them to the same new standard that we have in this new facility. So I'm excited for the assembly and test team to get the environment that they need to excel with some of the products that we're making. Lastly, the facility really does showcase the continued investment in advanced manufacturing in Colorado. We will ensure prosperity for our community, which is great, our employees, suppliers, and our customers. And I just want to say, I mean, it's hard to be a new leader and follow up from Dan in this company. He's created an amazing path for a lot of the people that have been here for a long time. It's not a one-man show. It takes the entire community. And I just want to say, as I look through the revenue planning, the forecasting, as I just went through it all hands, the future is really bright here. We have an amazing backlog. We're meeting customer requirements, and the future is bright. So thank you all for joining us, and look forward to continuing the success. Oh, last thing. I forgot the most important part. The facility, this is the first chip. They told me it was the first chip. I'm not sure. Nate Bailey machined this on 1/6/21. And the more important thing about this is I keep this on my desk. I look at it every day, and it's a reflection of what it took to go from the building being turned over us December-ish. It was kind of a negotiated date. 3.5 weeks later, the first chip came off the machine, and that goes to the amazing dedication from each employee to make that happen. 3.5 weeks, we were told by SAIC, and I quote them, that they would not be done for 6 months. There was no way. So when we were sending them first chips pictures, it was pretty impressive. So I just wanted to cap off and say, this is the first one. It's definitely not the last one, but thanks to everyone for making it happen so quickly.
Thank you, Matt. Next, I'll introduce Mayor Marc Williams and Congressman Ed Perlmutter. They have been very, very supportive, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that. We also have Max Haynes from Senator Hickenlooper's office representing the senator. Welcome. So, Mayor Williams, by way of introduction, has been involved in promoting businesses in Arvada via the Chamber of Commerce for over 30 years. He's been in city governance for 20 years. He's been our mayor coming up on 10 years. So he's been around Arvada for quite a while, and he's had a big impact, frankly, on the city and its governance. One of the things that I learned in this process from the Brinkman guys is that depending upon the city that you're building in, it'll go really well, or you can have some problems. The beautiful thing about it, and it's a acknowledgement of the Brinkman management crew that was working this as well as the city, is that I heard of very, very few problems, and the mayor says that he heard of 0 problems. So he's obviously built an organization over there at the city that is very supportive of businesses and of our community. And so I want to thank Mayor Williams and give him a chance to say a few words.
Thank you. You're so kind. We are so proud of Barber-Nichols. You know, I knew Bob Barber for many years. He was actually a client of mine. He was a neighbor of mine. And so I knew the pride that he and Mr. Nichols had in this facility and their dream to bring it forward. And that dream has certainly been fulfilled by each and every one of you, and what you bring to the table, what you bring to this great company with great traditions. You know, Mr. Perlmutter is going to be making sure that government contracts come to this place. So, so we'll work that angle. But to have manufacturing of this quality in Arvada, some people think of Arvada as a bedroom community. You exemplified that it's not just a bedroom community. It is a manufacturing hub, and this is going to be a crown jewel. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor. So next is Congressman Ed Perlmutter. Ed has represented Barber-Nichols in our area in the United States Congress since 2007. And before that, he was a Colorado State Senator representing Jefferson County for 8 years. So he's been in governance also for a long time. We often go to Washington, D.C., and we visit Congressman Perlmutter, and we tell him about the great programs that we're working on and ask for his support. And luck would have it that he roomed with another congressman that is nicknamed Two Sub Joe. And so when I heard that, I thought, okay, we got our support for the Virginia class submarine program. But Ed has also been very, very supportive of the NASA budget and the various space programs throughout the years. When we go, it's not very often that when you go to Washington, D.C. and you talk to congressmen offices that you get to see the congressman or a senator. And frankly, our Colorado delegation has been awesome that way. Typically, you get to talk to a staffer, which, they do all the work anyway. But when Ed will actually show up for a meeting when we're coming to visit, really makes you feel good. He listens to what we're doing. He's very proud of what we do here at Barber-Nichols, and has been very, very supportive. So thank you, Ed, and here you go.
Thanks, Dan. Thank you, everybody. Matt, congratulations on a fabulous facility. To all of you who are working here, to those of you who built this place, congratulations. This is going to be state of the art for a long time to come. One of the things that Marc and I like to brag about is how much aerospace activity and industry we have in Colorado, and certainly in Jefferson County, Broomfield, Westminster, SAS just down the street. I mean, the fact that we can manufacture in our town the finest pieces of equipment that the world knows. And Dan's point about manufacturing, if there's anything we've learned coming through COVID, and given COVID, it feels like the groundbreaking was yesterday, it's that we need to manufacture here in America, whether it's national defense items or aerospace items or toilet paper. We need it here. Okay, and we've learned that the hard way in some respects. So for us to have a facility like this to manufacture these intricate pieces, whether it's for subs, and my roommate is a guy named Joe Courtney, and he is from Groton, Connecticut. And when he started, and the reason he got this nickname, when he started, Groton was shrinking to almost nothing, which had been a big sub base and sub manufacturing facility for years. Well, now they're back. They were down to a couple hundred employees. They're up to 15, 16,000 employees. And he's really should be named 3 Sub Joe, not 2 Sub Joe, because his effort has been to beef up that particular part of our defense system. And you all have played a very important part in the propulsion systems and other kinds of parts of our submarines. And that's when I first met Dan. Was working on some sub-propulsion systems that were going into our submarines. And now I'm working with him on what is my passion, which is aerospace and getting our astronauts to Mars by 2033. And you're going to be part of that whole task. So I just want to say it's obviously one of your founders, I think Mr. Nichols, was here for the groundbreaking. Corey Gardner was here for the groundbreaking. John Hickenlooper's office is here for this ribbon cutting. You're a very important citizen, both individuals and as a corporate citizen to all of us, and we're proud to have you in Arvada and Jefferson County, and everybody keep doing good work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Congressman. All right, next I think we roll out a ribbon and some scissors, right? He was an amazing man. Kept all things going. It was truly inspirational to watch a man manage a project like this. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, Vic. Okay, we are officially cutting the ribbon and dedicating the new Barber-Nichols Advanced Manufacturing Facility.